Hi Cancer, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your 2016 yearly tarot forecast. This is for Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Rising signs. Alright Cancer, so what I did to save time is I went ahead and laid out the cards for 2016 for you. And the spread that I decided on was it's 2 cards for each month that I laid out, and then the card at the bottom of the deck is actually your overall energy. And the card that was at the bottom of the deck for you, Cancer, is actually the Chariot. So, you know, this is a year all about moving forward. There can be many cancers that are actually moving, or perhaps you get a new car. Or perhaps you're traveling a lot in 2016, but overall I'm getting the sense that for you guys 2016 is all about you moving forward. The Chariot is also the top victory card that you can get in the entire deck, and there's a few victory cards, but this is like the absolute ultimate victory card. So you know, you being in control, you being balanced, and you just taking the reins, and you're just either going for something or just moving forward. Positive movement forward. Okay. So what I am doing right now, Cancer, is I'm pulling you 2 additional guidance cards, and this one from the Goddess Guidance Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue. I was just shuffling while I was speaking to you, and this card just came flying out. So I will take it. And the second deck that I am using for an additional guidance card is Kuan Yin Oracle by Alana Fairchild. So I decided to do 2 additional messages for additional guidance for the year. So please show me an additional message for Cancer for 2016. What else does Cancer need to know? Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Rising. Okay, this card did flip out, so I am going to take it. Alright. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, so the overall energy from the entire year is the Chariot. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Beautiful. This is a major arcana card. And so I just see you again traveling, moving forward. A vehicle could be very important this year. You actually, you know, traveling all over the globe or across country, maybe vacationing a lot. You traveling, and if not traveling, just positive forward movement. You're moving forward in a very positive direction. And you could be quite victorious in many aspects of your life as well, Cancer, this year, because again, this is victory. This is the top victory card that you can actually receive, so that's wonderful. So for January, I do have the 5 of Swords with the Queen of Coins. So this Queen of Coins, I mean, this can be your energy, Cancer. You could be very, you know, grounded, very practical, very good with your finances, you know, very well-rounded, very much about your security and your career and all about, you know, business, but also be very much about your home and your family. She's very domestic. So this could be your energy, or this could be a person around you that's coming in very significant right in the beginning of 2016, in the month of January. This could be someone perhaps that you get in an argument with, because the 5 of Swords can represent conflicts to me. You know, an argument, I don't see this as like massive, like crazy conflicts or anything like that. This can just be you exchanging words with someone. Perhaps this Queen of Coins is thinking she's getting, you know, the last word. So she's the winner of this argument, because the Five of Swords can represent short-lived victories, and normally it's, you know, someone walking away thinking they're the victor, that they've won. So, you know, it could be this Queen of Coins thinking this, and you know, so for some Cancers you could be getting in an argument, but then for others, you know, these can be your characteristics of the Queen of Coins, and you know, this could be someone around you, perhaps someone you work with, or you know, someone that you might get in an argument with. You know, maybe you want to do something to your home, or you want to do something within your workplace, and perhaps there's someone around you that could have a problem with it, or something along those lines. But I'm not picking this up as like a big, huge negative, like blowout or anything that's too serious, not at all. If this is your energy, I mean, you're a very strong individual, and this person is gonna look the way that they look, and then, you know, you're gonna look, you know, like the much more mature individual. So if you are in a situation like that, just try to walk away from it if you can. Alright, so for February, I do have the Eight of Swords with the Four of Wands. So there could be perhaps some Cancers in the month of February that they could be experiencing some fears and anxieties, and it can be in regards to something with the home. Perhaps, you know, with the Chariot here as the overall energy, there could be perhaps some Cancers that, you know, you want to move maybe to a new house or something like that, and perhaps you are moving. You very well could be moving in February, but perhaps, you know, you might have been nervous about it in the past. Perhaps you had some sort of fears and anxieties in regards to it in the past, and maybe now you're coming to terms with that in the month of February, and you very well could be moving. You could be buying a new home, or you know, for some Cancers, this can represent marriage for me as well with the Four of Wands here. But it's a happy home card for me. This is the home. Things are very nice within the home environment. You have a great support system around you. Things are very stable, whether that be with family or friends. You know, this card can represent celebrations and family gatherings and spending a lot of time with family. So perhaps there's something in regards to maybe, you know, something that made you nervous or had some sort of fears and anxieties in regards to like your home or your family in the past that you might be facing now. Or there could be something going on in February where you might have some fears and anxieties with it, but I definitely don't see this hindering you to the point where it's not going to happen. I still think, you know, whatever this is for you, Cancer, it is going to happen, and whatever it is going to bring you, you know, to happiness, because the Four of Wands is all about the happy home. So whatever this is, I think you're going to get past whatever anxieties this might be. Okay, so for the month of March, I do have the Tower with the Moon card. So again, I'm picking up on the home here. So this can be, you know, something still going on for some Cancers, you know, within the month of February and now into the month of March. Something in regards to the home. Because the Tower can be for me a structure, a building, a piece of real estate. So again, I'm picking up on the home. Again, so that, you know, there's going to be some Cancers that definitely have something going on with their home. And with the Moon here, with this, you know, if this is talking about a piece of property or your home, with the Moon card here, what this can be saying is you might be learning some stuff in the month of March. There could be some things coming out at this point that perhaps you didn't know back in February, and now this stuff is coming out now. Yeah, things could be coming illuminated to you at this time. And things could actually be coming revealed to you in this time, maybe perhaps about the home. And then for other Cancers, this is you needing to use your intuition in some respect to the home, in some regards to the home. And then other Cancers, this is you know, that this isn't talking about a piece of real estate or a building or a structure. This can be some sort of change that's occurring within your life, and this is you needing to use your intuition in regards to this big massive change that's taking place in March. Yeah, this is going to be you really needing to go within and trust your intuition and let it guide you in regards to this change. You know, this change with the Tower here, it doesn't have to be like explosive. It doesn't have to be destructive. This can be a positive change in my eyes. This doesn't have to be a devastating event, but whatever this is will change your life. It will have an effect on many areas of your life, if not your whole life. But this, again, doesn't have to be negative. This can just be representing a massive change that's taking place. And perhaps for some Cancers, this is because you're learning something. Things are becoming illuminated. Things are becoming revealed to you. And that's maybe why this change is taking place. But for some of you, this is just connected to your home and a piece of property. That's what I'm really picking up on. Now, for April, I have the Queen of Wands and the King of Cups. So this is very interesting. 2 character cards. I don't think I've seen that yet in this particular spread for the yearly forecast. So 2 characters. So, you know, because you're a Cancer, I would say you're definitely the King of Cups. But this is definitely, you know, this could be your energy as well. You could be quite fiery and very compassionate and caring. I mean, you can definitely take on the characteristics of both of these individuals in April. So for some of you, that's exactly what this is. You're fiery, you're passionate, you're driven, but you're also using your intuition, you're going within, which is what was suggested to you in the previous month with the Moon card here, Cancer. So for some of you, that's exactly what this is representing. You know, you're sensitive, you have a big heart, you're very caring and giving and loving, and you're very intuitive, and you're going within, but you're still very driven and going after whatever it is that you want. You're very passionate as well. So for some of you, this is the characteristics that you're taking on. And then for others, you know, you're coming up as the King of Cups, and then there's this Queen of Wands individual, which can be male or female. I don't attach gender to the cards in these general forecast, but this can be like a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries person around you. They don't have to be, it can just be someone who's incredibly fiery, very driven. She got like a big personality, very driven, very passionate, very fiery, very optimistic. Yeah, just a big personality, whoever this is. So if this is a person and this isn't really your characteristics, again, this is someone who is very significant to be coming up in the spread for the month of April. You know, they're going to be very significant in your life in some way. Okay. Now, for May, I have the Page of Wands and the King of Swords. So another character card here. And for some of you, you know, this Page of Wands can be your child if you do have a child. But for the majority, this is going to be representing some messages, some communication, some news coming in. And perhaps it's in regards to this King of Swords individual. And this is like my warrior king. This is like a fierce individual. Very logical, highly intelligent, very logical, very driven, very determined and focused. Whatever it is that they want, they're going after it. So, you know, again, this could also be your characteristics. This could be some sort of news coming in. Perhaps you receive some messages, some communication coming in, and, you know, this is you know, all of a sudden switching modes, and all of a sudden you're incredibly determined and just going after something. This is, you know, the King of Swords is, in my eyes, just like the Emperor. They're always the victor. They always come out on top. They always end up with what they want because they're just incredibly strong-willed and determined. And, you know, they're fighters, they're warriors, they don't give up, they persevere, so they always come out on top. So This can also be a new beginning with the Page of Wands. If it's not news and communication coming through, this can definitely be a new beginning, something that's going to make you just incredibly fired up about, going to make you very excited, happy, passionate about, and this could be why you might be taking on the characteristics of this King of Swords, because perhaps whatever this new beginning is, you know, you want it, you're going after it, or you know, you're just taking the reins and kind of going for it here. This also could be like an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra around you, perhaps that maybe you receive news about, or you know, that you are communicating with, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. This can be your characteristics, which is really what I'm picking up on more so. Now, for the month of June, I do have the Emperor, which is pretty interesting, with the Two of Swords. So another character card. This could be like an Aries around you, or just maybe an older trusted mentor, perhaps a boss, or someone who kind of sits in charge, or someone who's an authority figure. Very interesting to have these two particular individuals. You know, because, you know, I was picking up on your energy of the King of Swords. Being the King of Swords, this could be you as well. This is you being very much in control with the Emperor here. And perhaps, you know, you're just taking control and making a decision with the Two of Swords here. This is going to be you really going within, though, and trusting your gut and trusting your intuition and deciding something. But, you know, if you are coming through as the Emperor, and, you know, this is just saying that you're in a good place. You're very practical. You're making decisions, and, you know, you're in a stable place. This is going to benefit you. Whatever this decision is, this is going to benefit you. You're in control, and you're very empowered at this time, especially with the King of Swords in the previous month. So you're deciding with something, deciding on something, and you're going for it, whatever this is. So that's really awesome. Okay. So for the month of July, I do have the Seven of Coins and the Faith card, which the Faith card is actually the Hierophant. So for some of you, you might have been, you know, you're working very hard. You do have all this financial abundance here, just waiting to be harvested. So this card for me represents patience. You're being patient with something in your life, and for some of you, this can be you being patient with the large company. If you happen to work for a company or a large company, this can be you being patient within the company in some manner. This can be you being patient within your marriage, because the Hierophant and the Faith card does represent, you know, marriage. So for some Cancers, this is you being patient in regards to your marriage. You know, but I feel like for many of you, this is talking about the company that you work for. This is you having patience with something. Now, perhaps previously you made a decision, you were in control. There was something that started maybe, you know, a couple months prior with this Page of Wands. And things were moving along, and you made a decision, and now this could be a little bit of like a standstill. But I do see things kind of move, you know, pick up quickly in the following month. But this could be a month that perhaps maybe something is at a standstill. Yeah, in July. And it can be in regards to this new company, or this company that you work for. And you also might have a lot of paperwork at this time. You could be seeking out some advice from someone, whether this be like a religious mentor or a spiritual advisor, or, you know, just any sort of trusted mentor, you know, a friend, a family member, you know, a teacher or a therapist. You could also be seeking out some advice. If, you know, if need be, definitely do that. I see it helping you. But yeah, so there could be some patience needed during this time, the month of July. But, you know, in the month of August, I see things really, you know, picking up again. You have the 9 of coins. So you go from the 7 of coins to the 9 of coins. So finances are looking wonderful again. So definitely you taking some sort of leap of faith, Cancer. This is a leap of faith. This is a new beginning. But this is you having to kind of take a risk and jump and decide to, you know, go down a new path, or just decide to take some sort of leap of faith. And it's whatever it is, it's bringing you to financial abundance, because you have, you know, the 9 of coins here, which is financial and material abundance. This is really having it all. You can afford all of those little extras. You might, you know, have a beautifully decorated home and a lovely garden with animals, and just, you know, you're in a good place. So, you know, if you are taking a leap of faith or some sort of risk in August, go for it, because it's going to work out really nice for you. It's going to bring you to financial abundance. So perhaps, you know, this was you in the previous months, in the start of the summer, Cancer, maybe making some plans, being very determined, and kind of taking control and going for it. And then perhaps maybe there was a waiting period, but you know what? Those things happen, because in the long run, you know, I see things really moving forward. You're finally taking that leap of faith and things are moving. So that's really cool, really awesome, Cancer. So now for the month of September, this is really, really beautiful. I have the 2 of Cups with the Queen of Cups. So this is truly like really beautiful. So if you are single, and you are looking, this could definitely be you meeting someone in the month of September. Yeah, the 2 of Cups can represent partnership. So for some of you, this will be in regards to a business partnership. Perhaps all of this energy that led up to this, with the Fool here and the 9 of Coins, all of this energy perhaps is because of a partnership that you're starting. Perhaps that's what the leap of faith is talking about. For some Cancers, and then other Cancers, this can be a deep friendship, a spiritual connection with another person, or this can be like a new relationship, a new romantic partnership. Whatever this is, this can be, you know, a very lovely bond that you share with another person. There's going to be a lot of chemistry here, just a beautiful connection. You can be spiritually connected. You know, this could be like on a soulmate level. No matter if that's romantic or not, this could be someone that was really meant to be in your life. And, you know, I am sensing for some Cancers that this is you with the Queen of Cups here. This is you coming in this reading here. But then for others, with the 2 of Cups here, for others, this is going to be like your partner. If you are getting into a relationship, it can be with like another water sign, obviously Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but they don't have to necessarily be the sign. This can be just someone who's very similar to you, someone who, you know, has a big heart, someone who's very loving, caring, compassionate, responsible, fair, warm, you know, maybe even intuitive herself, or himself. So yeah, this could be you meeting someone who's very similar to yourself, or, you know, this could just be you, because the way that these cards sit, this is for the month of September, and the next month is October, but the way the cards sit, which is pretty interesting, and I really only seen this with, you know, your reading here, Cancer. On the other side, for the month of for the month of October, I do have the Queen of Swords with the 2 of Cups, and then the Queen of Cups. So for some Cancers, this is you getting into a partnership or a relationship with this Queen of Swords, because for October, I have the Knight of Cups with the Queen of Swords. So, you know, the Knight of Cups can be like the Prince Charming, the Knight in Shining Armor. So there are definitely some Cancers getting into a relationship at this time. Absolutely. There's going to be some Cancers getting into a relationship at this time. That's definite. Not all, but some. And those of you who are already in an existing partnership, like a marriage or just, you know, serious relationship, you know, this month here, the previous month, you know, with the Two of Cups, you're just going to be building a very, you know, stronger connection. You're going to be building a deeper connection with one another. You know, can be a very loving time with you coming up with the Queen of Cups here. You know, you can just be spending a lot of time together, becoming, you know, extremely close at this time, and just deepening your bond that you share. So that's really beautiful. This energy here for October with the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Swords, I mean, this can be you getting into a relationship with someone like the Queen of Swords, which they can be an air sign, which would be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, but they don't necessarily have to be an air sign. They can just be someone with the Queen of Swords characteristics, which this is like my warrior queen. She's very fierce and very determined. She's very logical, she's highly intelligent, and she's just a fierce character, very strong-willed, strong-minded. When she wants something, she will get it, and this is just a very razor-sharp queen. She's definitely sharp. So, I mean, some of you, this is who you're meeting with the Knight of Cups here. Yeah, this is like your knight in shining armor here. I'm just seeing what else I pick up here. You know, this could be something coming in for you as well with the Knight of Cups. This can be like, you know, romantic messages coming in, or news coming in, or a romantic offer coming in. Any particular offer. It just can be an offer, you know, if this isn't love, and if this is in relation to, let's say, like a partnership, like a business partnership or a friendship, there can be an offer coming in or news coming in that's just going to make you extremely happy and emotionally content or fulfilled. So, you know, there can be something coming in this month with the Knight of Cups here, definitely. For the month of November, I actually have the Ace of Swords with the Knight of Wands. So another knight. So this is you moving towards some new beginning very quickly and hastily, because the energy of the Knight of Wands is very fast-paced. Yeah, very sudden, very fast-paced energy. It can represent just movement forward, departure, things taking off. This is a lot of fire energy. And with the Ace of Swords, it can be like a spark, the inspiration that kind of occurs and takes place, and it really sets in motion the events that take place that lead up to some wonderful new beginning in your life. So this is perhaps this happening very quickly. Perhaps something occurs to you, some particular idea, and just you get started with it right away. And, you know, this is, you know, it coming to fruition in this month. It's really nice. This can also represent victory. You know, if you were trying to move previously, the Knight of Wands can represent literally like moving to a new home, leaving a situation or something like that. And with the Ace of Swords here, this is a victory card, so this can be you being victorious with either moving or, yeah, with you leaving a particular situation, or you going towards something else, you moving forward in some way, and whether that be physically moving forward or, you know, you leaving a particular situation. Definitely movement happening. Okay, so for the final month of 2016, I have the Wheel with the Two of Coins. The Wheel is a major arcana card, and this is a card of balance for me. It can represent like you're managing, you're dealing with something, you're coping. Sometimes that's what I get with the Two of Coins. I don't look at this card like you're financially strapped at all, or I'm definitely not picking up on that now. Or like you're juggling your finances or anything like that. This is really a card of balance, and I think that what this is saying for you, Cancer, is the wheel is turning. in this last month of 2016, the wheel is turning. So a cycle is finally coming to an end and a new cycle is beginning. So new beginnings, and it very well can be attached to this previous month with this Knight of Wands and this Ace of Swords energy. I'm really kind of picking up on that, and that's why this wheel is turning. And this is you perhaps needing to just balance your life at this time, because you probably have a lot of stuff going on, and this is you just, you know, trying to balance it all. You know, so you're going into, you know, the following year honestly on a great note. You have a lot of stuff going on, Cancer. You really do. A lot of victory in this reading as well, with the Chariot here and the Ace of Swords. And, you know, lots of major arcana cards, new beginnings, the Fool, and just a lot of energy here. A lot of people as well, a lot of characters in your reading. You've had the most characters out of any of the signs for the 2016 forecast so far, and I actually only have one left. So you've had the most characters. There's a lot going on here as well. But I think it's going to be a wonderful year for you. I really do. I really, really do. I see a lot of movement and travel, a lot of positive progression forward. So that's awesome. So what I'm going to do now is read you your 2 additional guidance cards. And the first one I have, Cancer. And at the time, I didn't want to kind of spoil it and, you know, tell you which card this was. But when it did drop out, I'm not sure if it caught it on camera, but this card did kind of fly out as I was shuffling. And it's ironic because the card that came out is Leap of Faith. So the card literally leaped out. So I thought that was, you know, pretty neat, pretty funny. And it says, take a risk, put your heart's true desire into action, which is honestly kind of what your year is representing. You know, is it not? That's pretty amazing. So I will read you the additional message that goes along with this card. All right, and it says, procrastinating about your dreams won't make them go away. Neither will it make them happen. Indecision is the death of the soul's burning passion to improve, grow, and learn. Don't worry about making a wrong decision. Instead, worry about making no decision at all. Then take time to pray, meditate, investigate, research, go on nature walks, and make your decision. Once made, the universal energies will immediately support your decision, and doors will successfully open as if by magic. The magic you see is that you've set your mind to accomplish something, and this intention is what sets you on your magical journey. Trust that the universe will support you in all ways. Trust that your intention is clear and right for you, and then take a leap of faith and jump fully into the midst of putting your dreams into action. Don't hesitate or delay for a moment longer. Various meanings of this card are: your dream may come true. Your chosen path is the right one for you. Heaven supports you fully on your mission. Your material needs will be taken care of. Take action steps toward the realization of your dream, and break your dream into the achievable baby steps so that it's easier for you to start and keep going. All right, so the second card that I pulled for you, Cancer, is Sacred River Yangtze. Can't pronounce that too good, but this is just a beautiful, beautiful deck. All right. The sacred river Yangtze eternally flows and changes. Just as the river flows and changes course, you too are evolving in your divine path. Veils and sheets that once covered your soul light are being washed away. Cleansing by sacred water specifically indicates that your emotional life and your life direction are being purified and healed. Changes in the flow of energy within you and in the momentum of your life path unfolding are imminent. This is exciting. You are growing and changing, and soon your life circumstances will reflect your inner evolution. Ooh, beautiful. Beautiful. You are changing and growing, and honestly, you are going after your heart's true desires. You truly are. That's truly what I see in this yearly spread. You just have a wonderful year ahead of you, Cancer. I do hope you enjoyed this reading, and I hope you have a wonderful year. Take care.